Thank you, Jennifer. I'm Anthony Angulo here from Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago, home of the Chicago White Sox, where we get to the Major League Baseball trade deadline, where we have the contenders, the pretenders, the buyers, the sellers, and the people that just feel like they can stay pat and still make that postseason rush. We look at some of the contenders this year in the American League. The Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees, Houston Astros, and Cleveland Indians all trying to make pushes. In the National League, we have the Nationals, the Dodgers, and the Brewers all trying to find postseason berths. Some big names that are out there at this point. We look in Detroit, where we find Miguel Cabrera, the former Triple Crown winner, MVP, first baseman / third baseman, possibly moving from his home in Detroit to somewhere else. Also in Tigers camp, Justin Verlander, the stud, former Cy Young Award winning pitcher, on the block, possibly move to a team that really needs that starting pitching. Somebody such as a Red Sox or possibly Yankees or some team that really needs depth at starting pitching. Then we go to our hometown Chicago White Sox, where they did auction off a bunch of players last year in order to get prospects such as Adam Eaton and Chris Sale, but there's still teams out there that want some of the remaining players. Someone such as Todd Frazier, the power-hitting third baseman, who has been a Gold Glove Award winner, Silver Slugger, and so many other things. He would provide a spark in any team's offense, bat him 3, 4, or 5, and he can absolutely jumpstart any team's offense to a postseason victory. Another player that's on the market from the Chicago White Sox, stud closer David Robertson. This guy is being paid $8 million a year, and as a closer, that is some decent money, and a team like the White Sox don't need a shutdown closer at this point. They're in rebuild mode and don't necessarily need the top-of-the-line closer. A team like the Washington Nationals could be interested in a guy like this, because they did trade with us for Eaton. We did get a pretty fair deal out of that, but they still have prospects left over that we might be able to get. Somebody such as Victor Robles, their top outfield prospect at this point. We also have the big stud pitcher, Jose Quintana, looking for a home potentially. Yeah, that's a very good question, Jennifer. Yeah, I definitely see Jose Quintana getting moved sometime soon. With the trade deadline coming up, I see some team paying a hefty ransom for a pitcher like him. He is one of those guys that you can rely on day in and day out. His numbers might not look the best right now, but that's because he's playing on a Chicago White Sox team that's 12 games out of first place. So it's one of those where if you put him on a contending team, there's a high possibility that those numbers look absolutely stellar. The rumors are that the most interested teams include the Houston Astros and the New York Yankees. The rumors that have been told to me by ESPN are that the White Sox are asking for the third overall prospect in Major League Baseball, Gilbert Torres, and also the 20th overall prospect, Clint Frazier, out of New York. That's a steep asking price, but at the end of the day, I think the Yankees do it. I think that they have the pieces that they need to really make a push, especially with the up-and-coming 25-year-old Aaron Judge, and I believe that they will make that play to try to get that starting pitcher. We quickly go to the crosstown rivals, where the Cubs are looking to try to overcome the Brewers. It's the rumors out of their camp, Kyle Schwarber on the block at this point. This could be absolutely huge for another team and could fetch the Cubs several other prospects. They still have several prospects such as Candelario and Ian Happ, both of them being stud prospects that could go for that starting pitcher that they need in order to just get over that hump. From IMS News, I am Anthony Angulo, here live at Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago, home of the White Sox. Back to you.